Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you what Master Yi can do here in preseason 13. There's two ways to build him. You can build him traditional with items like Kraken and Bork, which is completely fine. This game we're gonna be playing him with tank. Heartsteel is kind of nasty on him. It gives burst, HP, ability haste, and infinite scaling HP. So you usually want to rush it first item if you do plan on building it. That way you can get your HP stacking as soon as possible. For our runes, we have Lethal Tempo, Triumph with Tenacity, Last Stand, Conditioning, Revitalize with attack speed 80 and armor. For your secondary runes, you could also go for Boots and Cosmic. Usually with tankier builds, though, Conditioning gives great value. And Revitalize if you plan on building Lifesteal. So for this build, I want to go for Heartsteel, and then I'm going to be building some traditional stuff like Blade of the Rune King and Death's Dance. We can even pick up a Sunfire if we really want to, but no rush on the Sunfire. Mainly, I want Heartsteel, and then I'm going to be building Master Yi items. No lethality. Lethality is kind of doo-doo feces on Yi at the moment, especially with the durability buff that a couple patches ago, giving everyone more armor, magic resist, and dragons more HP and whatnot. I like how they made it to where you can choose what side you come out of when you queue things. It makes it really hard for skill shot based champions to outplay you. Up against a Cassante, the worst things you can play against on Master Yi is usually just massive heavy CC. Things like Rammus are annoying, even though you do have your true damage in a team fight. If you're a squishy Master Yi and Rammus taunts you, you'll usually die from that. So you do have to think about your items and whatnot. For example, Kraken Slayer isn't always your best option on Master Yi. In fact, it's not even his highest win rate mythic. Usually going in for Shield Bow is because it keeps you alive. At the end of the day, regardless of what the enemy team is picking, they're going to have a certain amount of burst. And if you can't survive that burst, it doesn't matter how much damage you're doing. You'll just give low value. So something to think about. Usually you want to do a full clear on Yi. Hit the fastest level 6 possible. We'll meditate here in a moment. You can use your meditate as an auto attack reset. It does heal you the lower on health you are, and it gives you some damage reduction for the first half a second, and then once it ends for a half a second as well. I'll go ahead and meditate back up since we're nice and low. Look at all that HP. You definitely don't need a potion on Yi in the jungle. It's not necessary at all. Scuttle doesn't spawn in until 3:30, so we should still be able to get the Scuttle fight on time. I knew I couldn't get top in time. The fight's too far away, so no matter how that plays out, we can't really influence it. Master Yi full clear is still about the same speed as it was in Season 12. You'll be finishing around 325, all said and done. Max our Q first, E second, W last. Ooh, yeah, Cassante, you're dead. We're quite a bit faster than him. However, York's going to be there, and his dashes are somewhat of a low cooldown, to where I don't want to die for that and waste time chasing. You can get double Scuttle, possibly gank here. Usually go for Ignite, Ghost, or Flash on you. Alright, we got his Flash for our Ignite. Ignite's a lower cooldown than Flash by 2 minutes, so not a bad trade. Not bad at all. We get double Scuttle. We're getting everything that we want. We're getting quite a bit. I'm not using my Q because I'm about to gank. Thought about not even using my E there. I do want to get through it. Looks like Jin's greeting for the kill, so I'm just going to try to back up Jin. We want to lead him with autos, that way we can then Q. We'll meditate this. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. She should have just flashed sooner. By letting us auto her, we were able to apply our red buff slow, red buff damage, and pick up the kill. Master Yi has really good base movement speed at 355. It's the highest base movement speed in the game. There's only a few other champions who have a base movement speed of 355. Most champions, even with boots, are barely at 355, so it's one of Master Yi's bigger advantages for the early game, since outside of that, he doesn't have that much mobility, and ganking can be hard for him to do efficiently. You have to come up behind people in the same way Shyvana does. You have limited space. You usually want to lead in with auto attacks. That way, once they dash, flash, or whatever, you can no longer reach them with your auto attacks. Then you Q. Plus, you can dodge skill shots and turret shots with your Q. You don't always have that choice. Sometimes you have to Q in immediately to try to burst them down if they're about to kill your teammate. But typically, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to Q. after you're already in combat. It's just a little bit more efficient. There's nothing that really outscales Master Yi in a 20 to 55 minute game of League of Legends. The amount of value he gives through his true damage is nutty. Nutty in the buddy. The Heart Steel is essentially our shield bow, except it outscales shield bow since Heart Steel scales infinitely. Auto attack into Q reset, pop into our E. You should still try to move around while you're attacking. You'll take less damage overall. It's also a good habit. If you get used to just standing there and doing nothing, you'll probably start doing that against champions as well, and you'll miss out on different opportunities. League of Legends is a game of inches. Once you have a few more inches than them, you have an advantage you can pressure them with. And the game becomes a lot easier at that point. Like, for example, right now, all we have to do is keep full clearing into ganking. And we already built our lead, so I'm going to have to make a mistake for these guys to catch back up. Jin's throwing. He's literally dead. Pop my E. I'm glad Lucian didn't die for that. Some players will coin flip it instead of just letting you get the kill. Very good. We're about to hit level 6 around 7-minute mark. Pretty standard for you. As a jungler, if you can hit it pre-7-minute mark, you're hitting it really early, and you will have to soak at least 1 to 3 minion waves to do so. We've gotten some minion XP, and we've been full clearing. We barely hit it 7-minute mark as well. Top and mid usually hit level 6 around the 6-minute mark. Jungle is usually the first one to hit level 3. 3 camp clear. 3 camp level 3. Jungle is usually barely first. I gotta take this. I can't leave that there. Can't get the Yasuo. He's too far away. He also has high base movement speed at 345. Melee champions usually have higher base movement. I didn't mean to auto that. This dragon's annoying. When dragon, I think, does the most out of any dragon in terms of damage output. I hit him with Ignite. I'll save Q to stay on him once he's outside of my auto attack range. Very nice. Yasuo was being greedy, trying to walk back to lane after roaming. Kasante's red buff's up. I could probably take that. Oh, well, I thought it was up. Guess he's already taken it, or something weird happened there. There's nothing for me to really do right now other than dragon, I guess. Kasante's mid, but Kasante isn't a very strong champion, nor is it a good jungle champ, so we're in a bit of a weird spot. I'll go behind them. They're shoving up. They really shouldn't be. Your ganks will suffer a little bit on Tank Master Yi if you build Heart Steel first item. It's more for the team fight phase of the game than it is to secure early kills. So you're trying to get that stacking HP as soon as possible so you can survive burst. Gonna walk up, activate E right when I can start my first auto. Q behind her. Got her. Your lethal tempo extends your auto attack range a little bit, so helps you to stay on top of people because you're already moving faster than them because you're Master Yi high base movement speed, and then lethal tempo giving that extra auto attack range. If a minion or something gets in the way, you can still pinch off that last auto and stay on top of them. Extends your auto attack range by 50, which is quite a bit because we only have 175 auto attack range right now, so it's about over a 25% increase, about a 30% increase. It's pretty good. Go ahead and smite that. My aura is up. We're missing a lot of HP. Go ahead and meditate. Use our oracles. I've only seen Kasante do well with Conqueror and played in the top lane. He seems to be super hit or miss though, where he needs early gold. Then he turns into similar to a Darius or a Lowy, where once he's 6 and up, you don't really want to gank it at that point. Got Heart Still, move on to our boots, Control Word, and this really is the strongest team fight and late game build for you. Heart Still into standard Yi items, such as Rage Blade, into Gunzus. We could go straight up Gunzus right now. I think Bork's going to be better. Yeah, go Bork into Rage Blade. Man, it's a tough call. Rage Blade is cheaper. Yeah, we'll go Rage Blade, only because it's cheaper. We're already getting a lot of healing from this item too. A constant 200% base health regeneration. That is super high. Plus, the amount of HP it gives you already is really good. And with the ability haste, we can meditate more often. Meditate's only on a 7-second cooldown. Kind of crazy. Very low considered how good an ability it is. Bunch of HP. You get 90% damage reduct for the first half second. And then once your channel ends for the half a second. Outside of that, it's 45% damage reduct. Just double checking to see if they changed it. Hey, friend. I should have queued that. Didn't have very good vision. Goodbye, Yasuo. We get the kill. Master Yi is usually a pretty good counter to Yasuo. You can go through all of his CC with your Q. You also have more single target shred damage than he has, so you can usually solo him as well. We got the heart still off. We got a permanent 27 extra HP, and it did 165 damage on its first use. Fantastic. 165 off a one-time use. It's freaking sick. I'd like to get it on this guy real quick since we're already here. Nice, we got it. Bop him with my ignite. He should die. Set might die though. Man, Set's dead. He took a lot of turret shots. He can't fight me. I have more gold spent than him. He's getting shredded, dude. Well, what the actual fudge, dude? What the heck was that? He CC'd us for 3.87 seconds. Holy crap. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. He had no way of soloing us whatsoever, but we took 1,000 damage from turret and I couldn't move. So legit, just can't freaking move. Sheesh. Holy moly. How much of that is displacements too? I don't think tenacity actually helps you against Cassante is the thing. We could still push for berserkers. Their team's mostly physical damage. We'll pick up that into Rage Blade. Wow, that was ridiculous. We had way more items. This is only because of the turret. How can he CC us for 3.5 seconds though? No champion in the game has that much CC. Like seriously. It's like 3.8. No, and not a single champ has that much. Wild. I wonder if they just buffed him. Seemed like that CC chain never ended. Gonna make him pay for that. Ability haste plays nicely on Master Yi's E. On his E and his Q. His Q already goes on a lower cooldown every single time you auto attack something. So for each second you can pill off, it gets exponentially shorter based off of your attack speed, your rate of autoing. Teemo's annoying for Master Yi. Jax's Shen is. Any champion that can arbitrarily stop or block your auto attacks is challenging to deal with. So if they had a Jax and Shen on the same team, like Shen support, Jax top, that could be a challenging game. And then they had Zhonya's mid lane, like Echo mid, with Echo R and Zhonya, so you can stall out your R. Master Yi is very all-in snowbally, to where if he can't get a killer assist while he's on his R, he doesn't get sufficient value typically in team fight since he lacks CC. He really needs that R extension. I'm just gonna hit this guy for the heart still. I want it. We should be able to dive, and Mastery dives are actually pretty good. We still have our Q, and we're the one taking the turret. I don't know why Sona's here. She's gonna die. I don't think she realized her turret was broken. My support just missed her R. That was a really awkward time for her to miss it too. I don't think... Is it Nami and Sona both didn't realize the turret was about to break is what happened, so they were just pretending like it was gonna stay there. I gotta get out of here. I don't think I can fight him now. At least not with this little HP. For some reason Jin's over here. Everyone wants to tickle my pickle. Missing so much. I don't want to start dragging with this low of HP. I'll go get red buff and I'll heal up off heart still. We're getting 7 health back passively. Just osmosis. It's very decent. It's nearly double our mana regeneration, and we're in the jungle, so we're getting a very high mana regen from jungle item artificially. It gives you back more the more mana you're missing. You never really run out on E though. The only ability you spam in the jungle is your Q and E, and your E doesn't cost mana and your Q only costs so much. R's up. I would like to look for a fight. I'd prefer to just play for drag, so I don't want to end this early because I want to show what this build can do in team fights. They're so tanky. Like right now, this is giving us 940 total health. That's more than like 2 normal tank items. Normally tank items give 400, 500, 400, 450, 350. So around 400 HP. This is going to give us more than double like 2 normal tank items. Delicious. Very tasty. And with your percent base damage reduct off your W, even if you don't have a bunch of armor magic resist, you artificially essentially do through your W, so you don't really miss out. Mastery is a really interesting champion. There's really no assassins or squishies that have such a big damage reduction in their kit. I think they went overboard within the last couple of patches when they... I think it was like 5 or 6 patches ago. They decided to bump it up to 90% damage reduct in the first half second, last half a second of it. So if you use it as an auto reset, you actually get really high value. You basically get a full second of damage, 90% damage reduct. So you can auto W auto, and it's clean. It works really fast. I'll R for this. I queued immediately to close distance. Didn't think I needed to ignite it. I just went ahead and smited though. You can stall out your R with your W, and they quit. They didn't want to play against Tank Master Yi. What a bunch of bungholes. We'll go ahead and do a part 2. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of Heartsteel Tank Master Yi and the jungle here in preseason 13. They have a Kata jungle. I don't think that's going to go too well for them in the long run. They have Malzahar in the mid lane. He got buffed recently. I'm surprised he's messing with us over here. Maybe we're getting invaded. I don't know. Never really seen Katarina jungle before, and I don't think she's been buffed. She might be. Riot's been doing a lot of buffing random jungle champions over the last year and a half. Things like Zed, Talon, Darius, Garen. So who knows? Maybe Katarina jungle got a buff. Her main issue is going to be clearing without losing all of her HP. She doesn't have any form of self-sustain. This is the type of game where going tanky is pretty optimal when you don't have a very good front line. You have squishy support, squishy mid lane, and then your top lane isn't necessarily a tank. This is a great game to play some Heartsteel Master Yi. I'm excited. Got a great rune setup with Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Last Stand, Revitalize, Conditioning. Auto attack in the Q reset. You get to block its auto that way, and also put your own auto attack on cooldown efficiently. That leash was extremely solid. Holy moly. We got here and we're having to wait. That's how good that leash was. And we still have our smite. Holy crap. That's nutty. Nutty in the buddy. So we got our ward down. We didn't see Kata go into our jungle. We didn't see your item, so we're good to go. Auto attack Q. We'll push ourselves out this way. Still, we're going to move in between autos here. Diana into Malzahar. I feel like that's going to be extremely Malzahar favored as long as he doesn't let her kill him pre-6. Because she's going to have a gold advantage once he's 6. He can set up R on her. She gets ganked 10 out of 10 times that way. They seem to have these favorited jungle routes. If you hold down tab, you can see it on the mini-map. It'll tell you exactly where to go as a jungler, which will definitely help out, I'd say, iron through low gold junglers, but outside of that, I don't think it's really going to change the game at all. In fact, I could see it hurting some players if they're always listening to that rather than looking on the mini-map, because the mini-map is ultimately the most important thing to look at. Auto attack W reset. We also get the damage reduct for the second, the first half a second, and then at the end for a half second. Very nice. We could go top here. I wouldn't ghost this game instead of ignite. I'll ghost him down. We need to get this kill. We don't want to let him knock us up. Auto attack into Q. Down he goes. We did pop our ghost for it. It is very much worth though, because we just got a lot of gold. And on Yi, you don't consistently get a kill in your first clear. It's just not something that always happens. Go ahead and pop meditate, get all of our health back. If you see Master Yi's low, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll go invade him, he's low. He's probably not going to be low for long because of the meditate. It's extremely low cooldown. It's already back up. They should probably make it a higher cooldown. This feels way too low at 9 seconds. We just use it and it's already back up. Kind of crazy. And the cooldown starts from when you start it. So it's only a 5-second cooldown right now when we have 0 ability haste. Because it lasts for 4. Split the difference there. So you got 5 seconds of an actual cooldown. Kind of wild. Alright, first item rush. Gonna go for that sweet, sweet heart still. I'm thinking... yeah, you know, it's actually a really tough call on what to buy. In theory, Kindling Gem should be better for ganks because you get the ability haste, but at the same time, it gives less HP than the Giant's Belt, so I don't know. Tough call. Probably won't go wrong either way, similar results. The treats, it seems just like you get one of these every few minutes or so. I think they're going to change it to where after a successful gank, you get a treat. They've been tweaking with that a lot. So just know that you don't actually have to take 40 monster camps before you finish your jungle item, because you do get these treats. So here that should pill 2 off. So we're at 32, now we're at 30. We need 10 to pill off 10 more. Consume 10 more camps to be able to smite enemy champions. And then another 20 to get the tenacity and shield from our green little frog friend. I really do think the tenacity shield's best. The only champion where you kind of have to go blue jungle smite is Nunu. It's really good on Nunu because of his W, but even on Hecarim, green jungle smite can definitely be worth if you're running a heavy self-heal build with Omnivamp, things like Gore Drink, Ravenous Hydra, that type of thing, or even Eclipse. We're clearing our camps so fast. So fast. I would say you definitely go Ignite whenever you think you'll need it to fight the enemy jungler, to bully them off scuttles, fight them in their jungle, fight them if they come into your jungle. Since it's a Kata, or if it's a weak jungler like Evelynn, you definitely don't need Ignite on Yi. So in those cases, Ghost is better because Ghost scales for team fights. The extensions work really well with your R extensions. Something to think about. Kata's got some camps up. Her Gromp's about to be up. I wonder where she's at. I don't actually know. I'm trying to pull this away from where Malzahar is. I don't want to get quick roamed on here. Looks like Katarina's mid. Diana's probably going to die to that gank, funny enough. Oh, she barely lived. Kata almost died as well. Looks like Kata's coming into the top side of her jungle, and she's very low on health. Question is, can we finish this before she gets here? I don't know. Should be able to run her down with Ghost on, though. Alright, looks like she's resetting because she's low. Cassante dies again solo. I have R. Looking at items, I think we can take Ornn. We could wait for Cassante. I think we should be able to do it, though. He's at 1,000 health. We're at 1,400. I'm Mr. Tinkles. He's just Ornn. Oh, I should have dodged that, obviously. You know, I think he actually wins this, sadly enough. Yeah, I just have to leave. That's sad, man. Ornn's doing some crazy damage there. Very, very unfortunate. If I would have dodged his knock-up, it would have been closer, but I still don't know if he would have been able to pinch there. It's going to be tough either way. Let's go look to gank some squishies. That's the biggest downside of Heartsteel Rush on Mastery. Before you have the item finish, it doesn't really help you that much for solo fights. I mean, obviously we had more health, so it let us fight him for longer on maxed out lethal tempo, but I think we would have had better success with a recurve bow maybe, or even life still. Is what it is. Just something to think about. If you're fighting someone really tanky, they'll have a good chance of getting away from you if they have high HP when you go to gank them before you finish Heartsteel. But she's actually in my jungle. I don't have boots. I'll pop R. They should both die to this. Well, that's kind of interesting. I just pop W. I die. My teammates should be able to clean up, though. They kind of spent everything to kill us there. Well played to the Lux on her shield. That was really good. Very spicy. Q wasn't back up. We could have queued to dodge stuff. We still needed a few more seconds. Being tanky there was good. If we were squishy mastery, we would have died and not even been able to come out of the Zerath R since we're getting focused by everybody. 100%. Nami's underneath turret. Kog'Maw has red buff. This is exactly where Kog'Maw wants to be. Ooh, nice. He got a Rage Blade. Very nice. Someone put a control ward over here. Who the heck did that? I doubt Ornn walked all the way over there for that. And Kata hasn't been in here, so that just doesn't make sense. Makes you wonder how long that's been there. We got R back up. I might as well look for a gank or an invade. Ornn is ridiculously tanky right now. Kassante's getting creamed by him too. You went the wrong keystone. You never go glacial on Cassante. Doesn't seem like it'd be very useful. That was awkward. Ornn ends up missing his R, and we're barely able to kill him before Cassante dies. Ornn misplayed it a bit. He started to panic because we were shredding on him. Even if he would have stayed relaxed, though, if Cassante just kept running, I don't think Ornn would have been able to get a kill. And since I had red buff burn, he was going to move really slow back to his turret. I think no matter what Ornn did there, he was going to die. It was more of a matter of Cassante misplayed and walked back in. We would have determined if he died. Kata just spawned. She'll be coming over here to her blue buff. She does have early tier 2 boots, so running her down is going to be tricky even with our high base movement speed. We can go ahead and start it. We have a lot of health regeneration off our red buff. She'll most likely walk into us here, so I'm not going to use my E because I want to have that up for her. This is going to take a while. Blue buff without any abilities on Yi. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. Apparently Katarina came so late. What the heck? Why did she come here so late? I waited that whole time to use my E, and then right when I use it, then she shows up. Unfortunate. My R was on a few second cooldown as well. I'll try to wrap this game up early. I don't think they have a chance late game, so it's not even going to go late. The Katarina is not going to scale. I don't think that Malzahar will scale either versus our team. The second he stands still to R, Lux is going to blast his bunghole. And whoever he Rs, Lux can immediately shield from a distance, so... He doesn't have an easy target to get to. The best target would be Kog'Maw, but he can't get to Kog'Maw, assuming Kog'Maw's positioning halfway decent. I have R. Ornn has tier 1 boots. I don't have tier 1. He's only barely faster at 5 movement speed, though. I don't have red buff here, so... We can't kill him. He started running before Cassante was very close, so I just gotta leave. This guy's so annoying. What a little dirtbag. Stops my recall. I want heart still, and then we'll get boots. Then we'll start building into our abort. Well, we'll go Rage Blade because it's cheaper. Bork's tempting to go second item, but Rage Blade is cheaper by a lot. 700 gold is a huge deal. It's more than 2 kills. Cassante's gonna die. It's not really my fault. I was long gone before he made this mistake. It's not like he thought I was staying. It's kind of just on him. Playing aggressive when their mid lane's missing. Happens. The slow attacking dragons, such as the Flame Drag and Earth Drag, are easy for Yi. You can block their autos with your Meditate or dodge it with your Q. In this case, we don't need to because we're healing enough off of it to where I don't really want to waste my Meditate. On dragons like Wind Drag, they do so much damage to you because they attack rapid fire machine gun to where you can't really dodge anything. There we go. We'll play Dragsoul. Easy win con. He went for Jackshow the Proteon. Haven't seen that item too much. I don't think it's that good. Not sure where the Katarina is at. Should pull this into the brush so they don't see exactly what's happening. A lot of times they don't even realize you're on it. You can just take it kind of for free. We haven't really gotten a chance to apply our heart still yet. We just bought it. There's no one to use it against. Unfortunate. Could go use it on Malzahar. Dive him underneath turret. We're tanky enough, it'd probably work. He can clear minions really fast, though. They buffed him like last patch. So they get executed. Once they're down to around 40 health, they pop and it goes next one. So his spread basically does an extra 30-40 damage, which is quite a bit against minions considering how much HP they have. They're not as tanky as a champion. Only 700 HP, have 2100. Range creep only has 353, so that's a substantial chunk of HP. Nice little Lux pick. She needs one more auto. She gets the ignite, not the auto attack. I guess I should lay Herald right about now. Just got to pick as a team. Might as well. Lux really shouldn't back when we're laying the Herald. She decided probably wasn't the best move, so she stays. Herald did no damage there. What the heck? I have no clue why Herald did no damage there. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's supposed to do about half the turret's health. It did like a fourth. It was bizarre. Very strange. And her Herald does true damage, so you shouldn't need minions there for it to do full damage like a champion would need. Katarina's in the area. We could dive these guys if my teammates stayed. I don't trust them though. I'm out of here. I'm not staying for this. Bit of a slow-paced game, man. These guys don't want to play fast. Like, neither team, really. Katarina goes in. Diana and Lux decide, you know what? We want to fight that. And then they die. That shouldn't matter too much, though. I don't think it should. We'll be tanky enough. We can survive the Cataburst. Cogmog going in for a coin flip. Coin flipping hard. I can't get there in time. Even if I moved right now, would not be able to get there. They'd run the second they see me on minions. Got a decent CS lead over the Katarina at least. Oh, Malzahar. Maybe we can kill him. I think he still has his R. Maybe not. I guess he doesn't. We get ghost extensions and R extensions. That's going to get us where we want to be really fast. For some reason, that's worded. Don't ask me why. For that reason, that's worded. Don't ask me why. Nobody over here, but there's 2 fresh wards. Orange out of position. Cassante level 6 is decently strong as well. Lots of knockups. Nice. He gets the kill. It's fine by me. I want to go fight champions for hearts still. I don't want to fight minions. Got my red buff slows on Kata. Looks like she couldn't quite pinch on the Lux. Cassandra's about to die. Nice. Q her right when she's about to die, just in case she flashes. These guys are way out of position. Kog'Maw's gonna kill this guy. Nice. I was following up just in case he popped R on him. I could run up, kill him real quick, cancel the R. Herald is coming up. It didn't do anything there. Like I said, I don't know if that was a bug or if that was a recent change. I know Herald does more than that. Use our W's in auto attack reset. Kog'Maw gets the kill. Well played to him. Go ahead and pop my meditate. I like how much smaller these are. They made these pop-ups a lot smaller because before they were a little bit too big. They were becoming a nuisance, one might say. Still on our R extensions here. Awesome. Your W also extends your E and your R, which is pretty cool. It also extends your double strike, which is also very cool. Bada boom. Down she goes. I don't have any way of getting on top of that Xayah. We already have an extra 200 permanent health from hearts still from just a few fights. It's freaking sick. It gives you more and more the tankier you get too, so the later fights will give you considerably more. Oh my goodness, this is not good. We'll go ahead and smite her and run away. They had too much tempo there. I also haven't spent my gold. If I had spent my gold, I would have been able to turn and cream them super hard. As is, sitting on 4k gold, probably not. Thinking it's time for Rage Blade. Rage Blade into Bork. Borkin for the Porkin. Your E does scale off of physical damage, but only by 30%. It's a very, 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 very low 80 scaling. Staying alive longer, getting another E cycle is generally more useful. Once again, every single team has a certain linear baseline burst. So some teams could instantly output around 2,000 damage, some 1,000, some 4,000, right? After that, they have to wait for their cooldowns, and that's the concept of why having Heart Still on a champion like E is so valuable. Because once their baseline burst is out of the way, you can get your resets, wipe them out. That's what it's all about. Katarina has a decent amount of items. Game's actually stalling out a little bit. The most fed players on my team have all thrown their shutdown gold, so the enemies are not as far behind as the score would lead you to believe. Nice try, Nami. I don't have tier 2 boots, but I could still wipe these guys with Rage Blade Heart Still. I could kill them all very, very quickly other than Ornn. He has a lot of HP. I'll take him with me here. Whoa, why are these guys here? I used my W reset. I couldn't quite get off my Q there. Needed another half a second or an auto attack. I auto attacked, W reset, barely stayed alive long enough to kill the Nami, but not alive long enough. Seriously, just one more auto attack, or if my Q was up, we would have gotten resets and possibly even lived there. It was close. We were CC'd for a second and a half. Taking mostly magic damage from these guys. Interesting. Maybe it's time for Merc Treads. Or even Berserks. Berserks wouldn't be horrible. More attack speed with lethal tempo E. Yeah, I'm down for Berserks. I'll explain. The reason why is both of Ornn's... Okay, Ornn has 3 displacements, right? He's got his knock up on his dash, and then the knock up on his R. 3 displacements. Malzahar suppression. Nami double knockups. Tenacity doesn't interact with any of that. It only really helps us against Xayah Snare, so... I would rather just have more attack speed in this case. And now if they have actual CC, Tenacity will help you against like Fiddle Fear, or Morgana Snare, Lux Snare, or Taric Stun, that type of stuff, then sure, get the Tenacity otherwise. Ah, it's so annoying. Dude, I'll tell you what, Gale Force is low-key the best AD carry item you can build. Because whether you have Shield Bow or not, once Master Yi gets his grubby little hands on you, you're gonna die. Let's get our health back. I have to say, the Chemtech Dragon, they're good, but the soul's terrible. It's the worst soul in the game by 10 times. But the dragons themselves are good. They give you more healing and more tenacity, which is kind of sick. But the soul does nothing. It's practically useless. Not gonna lie, I wasn't really expecting her to have R there for some reason. Holy crap, I'm getting slowed by this Nami. Dude, what's with these Nami slows, though? Those Nami slows, though, like, what? Actually just can't get away from her. Oh my god. It's crazy. Yeah, so Xayah had, like, 300 health. So I figured, yeah, she doesn't have R. No, she still had R. She was saving it. Oh, it's unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. Soaked. The Xayah R, the Nami Ignite. It's not worth dying, though. Dying's never worth. Once we're on Bork, we'll be pretty much full power spike. After that, it's just Wit's End or Death's Dance. They both keep you alive and they both give you a lot of damage. Against their team, it's probably a Wit's End because the Nami, Kata, and Maus are outputting mostly magic damage, so... Can't afford any more of the Bork at the moment. Just need one real team fight where we can get resets and run these guys down. Team fight doesn't count as me diving 1v versus 2 underneath the turret, I'm afraid. They probably feel like, oh, we're still in this game because we killed Master Yi 1v2 underneath our turret. Say, no. If the turret wasn't there, I could kill 3 of them by myself. The turret does a lot of damage. Especially if I'm on Berserk and I don't have plated. 35% attack speed. A decent chunk. I'll go for red buff here. I will say the minion taking power is kind of low on this build. It's really more for fighting champs and team fighting rather than farming lanes. I mean, you could pick up Titanic. Titanic is one of the best synergies with Heartsteel in the whole game, since Titanic gives you more AD the more bonus HP you have, and then obviously Heartsteel gives you infinite bonus HP for fighting champions. So you could definitely pick up Titanic after our Bork and then get Wit's End. That could make a lot of sense. It would give us a split push option and also just an absurd amount of attack damage and health. I can't quite get into their base with this plant. I need a little bit more range from it. Wow, 3 plants. Cool. Nice mechanic, right? What is that? It doesn't even look like League of Legends. I just bounced across the whole screen. 3 auto attacks. Got it. So yeah, each Chemtech drag gives you 5% healing, and shield power, and 5% tenacity. Pretty good. Alright, about to bust a nut. Got Ghost and R extensions. And now everyone's gonna die. Just wait for her to throw a bubble, then we'll use Q. So first we gotta run her down. I didn't meditate that turret shot, and they quit. They do one team fight. They're like, okay, now we give up those turrets. And that's going to do it for Tank Heartsteel Master Yi. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.